Pablo Picasso, reassessing the artist's toxic masculinity. Pablo Picasso is famous and infamous for the way he treated his wives, muses, and mistresses. He saw them as doormats. It is time to knock the art icon off his pedestal. There are only type of women doormats. This quote by Pablo Picasso speaks volumes. In fact, the most of his relationships with women are known follow just the pattern. He would idolize them. Then he would treat them like a scum. Two of them, Mary Theresa Walter and Jacqueline, committed suicide after Picasso's death. The controversial aspect of the legacy of the superstar of 20th century art is increasingly in the spotlight. I will accuse Picasso of being manipulative, of having a sadistic tendency, and of deriving a certain pleasure from torturing women in a certain way by making them promises and vows for love to them. Even if he did not mean it, said Anne-Kathrin Hahn, curator at the Picasso Museum in the German city of Münster. Women in particular often ask her how a museum can still celebrate such an artist as an idol without criticism. She said, Picasso, who was born in Spain in 1881 and died in France at the age of 91 in 1773, was an unscrupulous genius willing to walk over dead bodies of his career, some of his ex-lovers wrote in their memoirs. He had an almost manic way of immortalizing every one of his affairs in his paintings, drawings, sculptures, or ceramics. As enthusiastic as he was at the outset, that would cool just as quickly. Attraction and repulsion almost always follow the same pattern. Fernande Oliver was the first lover to make public the story of his relationship with Picasso in her 1933 book, Picasso and His Friends. She recounts the years spent together in Paris from 1905 to 1913. When Picasso and Fernande met, he was an unknown poor Spanish artist with a strong accent. Oliver was one of his most important models during the early years of his career. He broke down her image into geometric splinters. Nose, eyes, and cheeks are hardly recognizable as such in his cubist artworks. Picasso depicted the view from the front and back at the same time. Using Fernande likeness, Picasso creates milestone in the history of modern art. In the real life, he treated her poorly and even locked her up in their shared audience apartment to prevent her from modeling from the other artists. She faced poverty when he left her for his new lover, Eva Goll. Rosemary Grope researched Picasso mistress private diaries and unpublished sources for her 2023 book, Doormats, The Woman and Picasso. The art journalist sees the iconic painting demolishes Wendigen, a major work from Picasso Cubist phase, as an expression of his contempt for women. After all, it's simply inconceivable to think of painting as catastrophic as the 1907 Demoiselles d'Avignon without aggression on the part of the creator. That's impossible. She told DW, adding that it was just interesting to see how 5 men in woman in the life-size painting mirrored that destructive energy. Picasso was aware of the power of woman. So I hope you like this video. Don't forget to subscribe.